What I've actually said.
We're back with financial expert Suze Orman in the wake of shutdowns and layoffs. I've been hearing from our TAM members, and many of you are worried about how you're going to pay your bills, keep your homes, and put food on the table. Rhyann Williams, an esthetician in California, has been forced to close her beauty business. She says the stress of financial uncertainty is literally making her sick. Take a look.
It is midnight. I find it really kind of hard to fall asleep. It's like making me feel sick. If I find I'm in a bad movie, I've been a licensed esthetician for 11 years. The last 6 years working as a sole proprietor, I've actually built such an amazing clientele where I'm seeing between like 20 to 30 women a week. Over here near where my business is, the grocery stores are open, but all the other businesses like mine are closed with the doors locked. I've just been avoiding opening my bills up all week because it's just like too stressful. I just never thought I'd be having to go through my closet to figure out how to pay one of my bills. That these things are materials and I'll be able to replace it one day. I just gotta do what I gotta do. I mean, I'm in full-on survival mode. So about an hour ago, the president announced that we're gonna have another 30 days of social distancing, which most of us knew that that's to be expected. You know, we saw that coming, but it's like the reality of, I feel like my business and my livelihood is now like in critical condition, and it just feels really scary. I feel at the same time very blessed because one of my friends just sent me, just Venmoed me $400 just out of nowhere. I just got through meeting with the owner of where I rent my suite out for my business. I went to go pay him rent for April, and he told me that he's going to accept my rent for April as rent for April and May, which is the biggest break that I've gotten. I'm just going to have to really kind of, I just need to gather myself, keep my head on my shoulders, and figure out how to just push through this.
Rhyann joins us now in Tamron Hall.
Rhyann, your video diary was so powerful. I think it was so raw and real. You were waiting for your unemployment check. Have you received it yet?
Yeah, so an update, I received it yesterday. Well, I received the next step in the process. So they sent me how much I'll be getting, and then I should receive my unemployment in about 10 days.
So, Suze, she's got about 10 more days. Her savings will only cover one more month of rent. First of the month is right around the time that she will be getting that check. What can she do?
So, Rhyann, first of all, what you really need to do is save every penny of that check, because not only will you be getting the check, how much, Rhyann, will you be getting from unemployment?
So I will only be getting $160 a week.
All right, now, girlfriend, it's not only $168 a week. You are so blessed to be able to get $168 a week.
Definitely.
Right, because not only will you be getting $168 a week, you will be getting an additional $600 a week from the federal government. So you will be getting $768 a week, or almost $3,000 per month.
Is that guaranteed, Suze? Will she
absolutely? Yes, absolutely. She will absolutely. If she's been accepted for state unemployment, where she obviously applied, then she absolutely gets that $600 a week for 13 weeks from the federal government. Absolutely, you will get that. So now you need to know that you're going to be getting, that's a lot of money when you think about it, almost $800 a week. So your job, Rhyann, is going to be, what do you do with that $800? And, I've done a little research with the producers into some of the things that you did. And you paid bills, you did everything because you didn't know what to do. Well, this time what you're going to do is you're going to call all of the companies that you have bills with, and you're going to ask them to please postpone payments or see what you can do. And then you're going to save as much as that money as you possibly can. You should also ask your landlord where you live, can you postpone making payments? Can you make a deal with them such as if he or she lets you go for 3 months, until you're back at work or whatever it is you're going to be doing, that you'll pay them back your rent plus $200 or $300 extra per month or week or whatever. When you get more income, you'll make it up to them. But don't be afraid, girlfriend, to be this warrior, because this is the time that you have to be strong. You can't afford to be weak.
Rhyann, have you tried to call any of the companies that you owe to negotiate yet?
Yes, I've called my car payment, I've called my credit cards, I've called my storage, and I did have a conversation with the leasing office, which they said they are willing to work with us, postpone things, accept what you can give. So I have a couple more people I need to call, but I have been trying to make phone calls and seeing what options are available.
So you've laid the groundwork, to Susie's point. Now just keep calling and finish out that list. When we come back, Susie says there's a mistake that Rhyann is making, that so many of us, so many of you watching at home are making as well during this difficult time. What that mistake is and how we can correct it after the break.
I'm scared for, of course, my livelihood. I'm scared for how bad this virus is getting. I just don't know. And I just, I'm a very resilient person. So I know at some point I'm just going to have to really figure it out.
We are back with financial expert Suze Orman and Rhyann Williams, a member of the TAM fam. She's a self-employed esthetician hit so hard by this crisis. Suze, work is our identity. It is so much of who we are. It's how we find our value. 16 million people suddenly had this ripped away, and the number is going to possibly grow here. What does this sudden loss do to people who've lost their jobs? Folks like Rhyann, good people who've been working so hard, and now they've taken this punch.
Yeah, I always will believe that there is a blessing in everything in life. You have to believe that, Rhyann. This is the time you have to look at your situation, and everybody does, and go, what is the lesson that I need to learn from all this? Because we're here now, and we can only do with what we can do now, but we always want to be prepared to make sure if it ever happens again, and it will. It happened in 2008, it will happen again, that you never find yourself, Rhyann, in this situation again. So this is the time when you do get to go back to work, and because you are a sole proprietor, you're going to be able to do that. The money's going to start coming in again for you as it did before. You need to make yourself your number one priority. Rather than a vacation, that money goes where? Into an emergency account. Rather than buying an outfit or doing anything, that money goes into an emergency account. So you want to make sure that you have at least an 8-month emergency fund, so that if this ever happened again, you wouldn't have to be scrambling, Rhyann. You would have that money to be able to carry you for 8 months. And I can't tell you how good that would make you feel. And the reason that I know this works is that thousands of people write me every single day for my Women in Money podcast. And that's a podcast you should be listening to, Rhyann, because it will tell you what you should do and really help you. But they're saying, Susie, thank God I have that 8-month emergency fund. I don't have to worry right now. So
Susie,
that's the main lesson.
Let me bring up something though. Yes, I know 8 months is the goal, and I always tell people Suze Orman is goals. It is hard for most people to get to that point. But you bring up 2008. In 2008, someone could say, you know what, I'll go wait tables to make ends meet. I'll drive Uber a couple of hours. Those options are not on the table this time around.
No, they're not on the table this time around, but what wasn't on the table this time, wasn't on the table back in 2008, is you couldn't get unemployment. Rhyann in 2008 would not have been allowed to get unemployment. Why? Because she was self-employed. So there are many things that are on the table now that weren't then, such as getting unemployment. The Fed kicking in an extra $600 a week wasn't on the table back then. They very possibly might come up with another stimulus. So there's a lot of things that aren't on the table, but you've got to look at what you do have on the table.
And Rhyann, you've made personal sacrifices. You've sold personal items. You've applied, as you told us, for unemployment, food assistance. How are you coping right now? What are you pulling on to keep you going?
Well, I was just so supported by my friends and my family. They just came together and supported me. They're lifting me up, and getting rid of purses and belts. It's just material. I'm glad that I had them. Somebody wanted them. I don't care. I can give up my whole closet if I have to.
Well, listen, as Susie said, there's some things that are in place to help. We're going to pray for you. We're rooting for you. And we appreciate you joining us and sharing your journey, Rhyann. Thank you, Susie. Thank you for your great advice.
Thank you.
For more information on all the resources,